welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. अच्छा लगता है बहुत जब एक सब्सक्राइबर बढ़ा हुआ देखता हूँ तो it feels good. Daily one subscriber, gaining one subscriber every day. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's good. Oh, yeah. So today I'm going to continue cleaning up the process that I was the process I was doing already. And yeah, I will keep talking about how I have built all the shortcuts and stuff to do all these animations. Right now, I'm not doing the backgrounds. Background is next thing that I'm going to jump on. I'm going to do the backgrounds on Procreate using my iPad rather than using Photoshop because I'm more comfortable doing it on the iPad. But yeah, this is the process. So after once I clean up one frame, I delete all the things that are unnecessary, that are not required on the frame. So now I'm going to clean up the MCU wala thing. In this there is Hulk, there is Iron Man, there is Thor with the hammer, there's cloud bubble. I'm going to draw all of these things, and I'm going to do this in a symbol. I've created a symbol by doing like F8, selecting this F8 and graphics. So I'll enter the symbol. So right here I have all new setup to clean this up. I can also going into the properties, I can reduce the opacity of the layer. Okay, and now I have a good reference to work on. I lock the other layer and I'll start working on the string quickly. So the Hulk first. I like Hulk. So this guy is going to be very angry. So I'll create the angry expression at the start, but a very angry but still composed expressions. Like he's holding up. You should always get reference while before creating any kind of expressions. It would be great. Yeah, often I have seen all the Disney and all the great animators having a mirror next to them so that they can act or feel the acting of the expression they are about to do. So I'm also right now making the face that he is doing, so that so that I get the accurate expression. I have to feel the drawing, the expression. If I feel it, I can draw it. He might have some beard, as Banner has some beard. Yeah, small ears. Maybe we can't see his ears in this angle, so we don't have to draw it. I can draw his giant trapezius muscle. Yeah, something like this. His collarbone. So his collarbone is like somewhat like this. His chest, huge chest and nipples. Maybe some hair. Yeah, and maybe his deltoid, bicep, and arms. Looks funny. I don't know. Maybe we can avoid the arms and stuff because this is not the style that we have been following. So it's okay to avoid it for now. I'm trying to keep it simple, very simple, so that it matches the style, because I have kept this style accordingly because I just want. Oh wow, one more subscriber. That's great. I have to maintain the style. So maybe he's torn up G pant, something like this. Maybe a hole here, a hole there. and his giant feet. Very simplified giant feet. You don't have to complicate things, but you have to make sure that you're committed to the idea of Hulk being Hulk. So it's I have used a very simple shape to add his arm. I don't have to get into all the anatomical things because this is a very 2D styled drawing. So I just simply drawing this much of lines and this much of with this kind of simplicity, it would work for me. I think it looks. I feel he looks like Hulk for me for now. I can I can change it later in the later stage, but I think it's great. So here's our Hulk. Let's go and quickly color him. So I'm going to bitmap the whole thing. And Hulk is green, the obvious very green monster. Maybe I can put some love handles, some sort of abs, and his belly button. Avoid the yeah, something like that. Does it look good? I think so. His anatomical, a little bit of anatomical lines, which showcases his pelvic area, the pelvic bone and area, which makes him look. I mean, I can make his head more smaller to get into the design, more exaggerated design, but I think it's good for now. And I'm gonna bitmap it more. It's saving. It takes a lot of time to save because the file is too big. It's done now. Let's quickly go and color all this stuff. So there are some spaces in the lines like this. If you can see, there are some spaces in the line itself. So I need to connect them so that I can fill it easily. I need to connect them like this. But there's one more option that you can use if this process is too hectic or too time taking or boring for you. There's one option that I'm going to show you right now, but for now, for this drawing, I'm going to just color it as it is. So yeah, Control F2, get the colors. I think olive green, the Hulk color, and I'll put that color on him. I think I need more green. Yeah, this looks pretty poppy. I think I can use this one. Yeah, this one looks great. His teeth are white. I think I can make his teeth a little yellow so that it's a little bit gross. Yeah, that looks pretty gross. Maybe I can put some between line also so that yeah, he's very angry. And yeah, maybe I can also put some veins to convey the muscularity. It's not necessary, it's enough whatever we have done, but yeah, to get into the shapes, the forms, some anatomical lines which makes his bicep to look like a bicep. It's not anatomically accurate at all because I don't want it to look very like, I want it to look funny and I want it to look not normal. But yeah, so here's some gap that I have to fill so that I can fill it by now. I did fill it. The green body is visible from inside, and now you can see we have colored the Hulk. I think we can give him some brown hair, and his eyelid can be a little darker than his skin tone, so I can make the brightness a little bit down, and I'll give the darker color. And his eyes are going to be pink or reddish because he's always very angry. So I can give him some red eyes, or maybe a little yellowish. Or what I can do, I can also give him a little bit of gradient. So we can give him red to white radial color, white to red, if I may say that. So it might also look somewhat like, so the radial thing is very large at this point, so I have to manage it and make it a little bit smaller, because yeah, uh, pressing F is the shortcut key for that. It's used on both of the eye color, so I'm going to reduce it, put in the middle, so we get nice red angry Hulk eyes. Looks pretty good to me. We can also give some kind of linear radiant effect to this dude by, it's not necessary, I don't know, I might change it. I might change it to something. I think this looks good. I think I can use this color. This, yeah. Thoda sa radial effect makes it look a little different, a little dynamic colors. So yeah, this is our Hulk. We have got the Hulk. Now who's our next character? The Iron Man. Alright. It's always good to have references in your mind. I have seen MCU a lot, so I remember everything about it, but still I'm going to have a reference, so that I should have a reference like a very experienced person. Everyone should, you guys, you should use a lot of references. Make sure you use a lot of Google Iron Man. So this is how Iron Man looks, and I'm going to make this Iron Man look very simplified. For that, I'm going to grab a screenshot and going to place it inside our file, and he's standing somewhere over here, and I'm going to make him very simple, like very simple, a lot simpler. Yeah, unbelievably simple, because that's our style, guys, so we have to stick to our style. Maybe it can be a little oval-ish. No, the round was good. I kept it round because Ant-Man is a good lead character. It doesn't have to look at little. I'm trying to manage the line weights here. You can always redraw the line weights, but I am in a bit rush to complete the project. Now I have already bitmapped everything, so I can quickly go and color these things out. So everything is, these things are red, this thing is golden. Maybe in this one also we can use the color ramp. Color ramp means the gradient, we call it color ramp. Maybe this line could be something like this. Maybe no, it doesn't look good. Maybe it could be like this. Yeah, you can always flip it and check that everything is fine by flipping it, because our brain gets resetted when we do that, and that's important to do, so that we can reset our brain and see what's working, what's not. I think this works on this angle and also on this angle. So now we'll quickly clean these lines a little bit up and start coloring it. Control F2, get the colors right. I think the color should be a little bit darker. So yeah, this one looks good. Yellow, orangish yellow. Yeah, it looks not bad. And a cyan color for his eyes. Maybe his eyes can also get some kind of a glow. I can put some glow by just making these two colors. F8 for making it movie clip and go to blur. Make the blur more. And yeah, we get a sense of shining light from his eyes. We can also convert his color into get inside, make it bitmap and do it white. Maybe the white color also gives us a good glow. I'm gonna group it so that everything is nice in one place. And now I'm going to make his body. I think his body also looks I think his body could look like this. A very simple shape or very simple character. I don't want to complicate the things. I just want everything to be very simple because it's going to be there for a second. It's not our main character. This is just our pop-up character, which is not going to be animated at all. So yeah, and I'm gonna put a good glowy white color, dark color, and adjust it a little. I like when the color goes out of the out of the lines or inside the lines. I like it to be organic. I don't want it to be very precise. That's not the way I style the characters, but the legs are going to be very simple as this. Yeah, that's it. That's all what we need. I think it looks like an Iron Man, and that's what we want right now. I want it to look like an Iron Man. It looks like an Iron Man, and we are done. No need to put more than what it needs. Yeah, so the hand could be here, somewhere here. We can flip it once so that we can check it whether is it looking good or not. We can adjust it, flip it again, put it like this. Maybe he can have an expression with his hands, something like this. Yeah, and I'll place it somewhere here so that we have nice negative space and no tangents. Okay, remember, we don't want tangents. What is tangent? Tangent means this line and this line. This something like this is not good in design. So make sure you don't draw tangents while drawing. Yeah, I'm going to take out the head and put it over here and make it go behind. I think this glow also, I have to take it out and put it inside so that I have everything organized on the layer itself. Now that I have done with this image, I'm going to delete it and I'm going to put more other characters like Spider-Man hanging upside down, Spider-Man hanging upside down, and voila, I have a reference. It's a good reference. You know, the style I'm creating, I have so much of liberty, as this is my own personal project, that I can use the Spider-Man as it is, like this over here. Nobody cares that I've used a fucking original character, but for the sake, I'm gonna draw it anyway so that it's good. I can do it. I think it's not necessary. I can really use it would be funnier, but I still am considering redrawing it. I'm drawing it a little bigger in size for now because I can scale it anyway. I can always duplicate the thing so that I get a consistent style and thing. The lasso tools, the adjustment tools are so helpful. I know there's a debate going on in the industry that using these tools, is it good or not as an artist? But what I feel is, if you have to pull off some urgent things, then you should use it. There's nothing bad in doing the thing. I think I can create the lines in dark red color so that uh, the red color itself gets a good pretty good look. Yeah, so this is how his masks might look like. Okay, it's outside. I don't have to overcomplicate things because it's a very small image, and in small image if you put a lot of details it doesn't look good from a far away point of perspective. So having less lines is better in these kind of cases. I'm going to have this color from here itself. Yeah, this works. And I'm going to paint the head Spidey. Ooh, see, it looks good. And he has white eyes, so I'm gonna paint white eyes in his eye socket. Spider-Man's head is done. His upside down. This is his head. I think I will compose it better. I think his legs are going to be the way Iron Man had his legs. Similar style. Yeah. He can have a cute butt. Why not? Giving butt is our thing. His hands. Yeah, so simple. As simple as that. And now I'm going to give him a body. Body. This is it. We got his body. This color in his body. He looks like a Spidey? Yeah, he does. And maybe I can turn it upside down so that I can clearly color it as I want. I think I should put a little bit of blue color in his costume because a lot of people forget that Spider-Man is half blue. The spider was half blue. So yeah, I put some blue color. I adjust some lines here and there. Then I'm going to paint a cute little spider with just 4 legs. Remember I told you, not a lot of lines in a very small drawing. We should avoid a lot of drawings in small drawings. See, because this works, we just need to give an idea and feeling of Spider-Man. We don't have to be very comic accurate. It's fine. It works. It works when we look at from a very far angle. Yeah, it does. I think I should fix his legs. It looks pretty bad. If I do something like this, it works. And his string. So resetting the canvas, you can always click this button. It gives you the default कैमरा सेटिंग लटका है ऐसा इस तरीके से कुछ. Voila. Now 1 character, 2 character. There's one our what, Black Widow. Let's have a reference too. Having a reference is always good, as I told you ago. Black Widow. She has red hair and yeah, she has red hair. That's what she has. Some image reference that is very helpful for me would be, I think this would also work. She just has a black hood toot. So I got a reference. I'm gonna draw her a beautiful lady. She's a lady. She has big booty and big things. So I'm gonna draw her skin first, her face first. a very pretty shape. Yeah, this is a pretty shape. Trust me, it's a pretty shape. I can draw horrible shapes. I'll give a cute pink nosy. Just a character design, guys. It's just a design idea. So you get the okay. I think these are her eyes and her head. I'm going to group it. I think she should have a very sharp face. Would be cool. Now I'm going to draw a little bit of uh, very beautiful eyelids. You know, with that seductive eyelids would be cool. Yeah, I think that works. And her eyeball, big blue eyeballs. I don't know what color her eyes are, but I think it's not. It must be some kind of green. Okay, Hulk green color. Let's take Hulk green color. She likes Hulk, by the way, according to the comics. So let's have green eyes. Why not? Very cute. How do I draw the lips? Ooh, big, wide, huge, terrible looking lips. Just to make it a little funny, I have done that, and I'll put a little bit of highlight on her lip so that it looks glossy. Oh my god, that is crazy. It looks insane. Now I'm gonna draw her hair to get her character, and it's orange, so I'm gonna get some yellowish orange stones. Yeah, this looks good too. Paint Romanoff hair, and now I'm going to make it bitmap so that I can color it. Other side of her hair, color it, bitmap, put it back, and yeah, I'm going to bring. So I have to keep these things separate layers, so separate groups, so that I can adjust it accordingly. Yeah, I think it works anyway. I think it does work. Wait a second, my cat is screaming. I don't understand why. Okay. I'm going to give her hair gradient, and for that I have to group it, bitmap it, go into the color and make it linear gradient. Select this color should be a little red. Then I'm going to color it, put the color on this. Why is it not happening? I don't understand, but let's retry till we cry. Yeah, I don't know, it's not working because of some reason. I don't know what's the reason. I think I should bitmap it here and then I can try coloring it here, but it's not coloring it here also. Ah man, why? What's wrong? Okay, I think it has already colored it. I just need to adjust the threshold of the color. Let me see. Yeah, it's too huge. So I have to reduce the thing, rotate it, sit down. I want it like this. Maybe I don't want it to be pink. I want it to be orange. Yeah, this is better in a way. If I group it, yeah, it looks better. Similarly, I want to give the same shade to this portion of the hair also, and similarly this one is also very, this one also has a very huge threshold for so I have to adjust it, and yeah, I think this is where to give it nice gradient colors in her hair. Now I'm going to give her head. Okay, I need black eyelashes. I need everything to be black. I think her eyelids could be, I think I should just bring her all these layers. What happened? Select this, select this, select this. Okay, some things are together. I think these two things are tied up together. I'm going to go inside. Okay, these hair, I need to cut it, get inside the hair, and I think I will first look, I have pasted it here. Control G. This is her hair. Bring it here, place it nicely, put it behind her head. If I go back, it went behind her, and this one is in front of her. Now I'm going to give it a good, I'm going to merge all these. First I'm going to just fix her eyelids. I think it should not have this white color here. It doesn't fit. Now it's better. Yeah, now it's better. So now I can group it and I can give it nice line art manually, which is painful but important right now, so that I can give some depth, give some separations, give some overlappings to the character. Yeah, and somewhat here also. The overlappings looks great. This looks great. La, la, la. I think it's enough. I can go and jump to the body now. And the body is pretty, yeah, I know. She's going to have a good pair of pretty looking then can always color this is just a base color. She's not naked obviously, and her one of her feet is like this. Should I add her feet? No, not necessary, but hand, yes. I mean, she dies, man, in the film. Spoiler alert. And now I can paint like I have told you before also. There's a one option that I have set on number 2. I have pressed number 2. You can see here that I'm only going to paint where I have selected. So I'm going to get a gray tone and I'm going to paint inside her body. Romanov. Her whole body should be a stone actually. Alright, that looks good. Very deep cleavage part. I think in her design it's something like this. J. The design is something like this. Y. Number 1. Yeah. Now it will be there. Somewhat like this. Yeah, now it's better. Now we can give her a nice cleavage, which is very important. I think the shape is going out of my hands, man. As if I have never seen those. Okay, enough on her. We'll give some depth. Bodysuit, linings. Button is having all the stress. Having object lines is very important while drawing all these kind of things so that you can speed up your workflow. It's very efficient. A lot of people doesn't know about it. I really want them to use it, experience the quick quickness. What can I say? It's pretty fast if you draw like this, if you paint like this. And then you can J put and fill the things parts. I can reset the colors by clicking D and X. Maybe this shape could go something like this. I will make this group so that I don't erase it. This is also one of the good option. I can reset it somewhat like this. This line. This line. Now, J, the object mode lines. It's very important so that I can edit it. It's very helpful. You see, I've made a drawing line, select it, convert it. Pretty good. And then she needs a little bit of depth below her neck. It looks very ugly if her neck is not that shorter. I think I also need to put some color here so that her neck is slim and prettier. Maybe yeah, it looks better. Now I can put I don't know, I'm fucking it up a little bit, but it's a very small drawing. Nobody is going to no one is going to be able to zoom in and see all those kind of details because she's going to be here small. And yeah, I think I also need to give her hands a little bit of drawing because you can't see it. There's one more technique that I could show you, which is ink bottle tool, which can easily give the drawings lines quickly. And yeah, voila, it's done. What do you think? The lips are too big? Yeah, the lips are too huge. Need to make them a little smaller. It's inside. I have made it in a group, so it's fine. I can easily make her prettier. Yeah, she looks better now. So the team NCU is coming up good, I guess. I'll delete the reference, and now the Thor is here. Yeah, the Thor is very simple. I think what we can do is we just need skin color first. Put a skin color, give him a nose. Maybe I can give him a little funny nose. Okay, make it group, make it go behind, color inside. Now the eyes, white eyes, crazy cool eyes. Eyeballs, I'll duplicate the eyeballs, eyelids, put the drawing lines. Woo. Maybe something like this. Then I can put color. Designing on the go, and often we have dedicated designers for doing all this stuff, but I do it by my own because it's my personal project. So this is Thor's head, I guess. Yeah, and all these guys are going to overlap him. I'm inside the symbol, having him on a different layer. I think I should cut him, make him go behind and paste it so that the composition isn't disturbed. These guys are going to stand here, and he's going to like be holding his hammer in his hand, something like this. So I have him on a different layer, and if I press control F, I have adjusted some of the shortcuts. If I press control F, all the other layers are locked. If you can see, I have unlocked it. I've selected a layer, control F, all the other layers are locked, so I can it gives me a it makes it easy to adjust the I mean drawing on different layers, being organized. Thor's hair, yeah, they are yellow and they are very silky, huge, so maybe, and a little curly, something like this, I guess. I'm gonna adjust it eventually. The color doesn't look that good, but I think it doesn't, I can't see the color clearly as my screen is white, so I'm going to change the change the background of the canvas itself in the documents, the stage color a little bit darker so that I can see clearly, and it doesn't gives my eyes strain, because working on white is a little difficult at times. I'm going to use a lasso tool so that I can cut things out. Maybe not. Maybe this one could be something like this. Maybe I can add something here. Yeah. Did I make it too long? Yeah, I think it works. See, the process is very intuitive. You can just, I think the ears can be very coming out of the shape. Now I can't see the black lines either, so I'm going back to the document settings and going to change it again to some different color so that I can see the lines. And using object mode is just god level. You can select the strokes, adjust it. You don't need to redraw them again and again. I've seen a lot of artists doing this. Control Z, this, Control Z, this, Control Z, this, till the time they don't get the desired line weight. But here you can see I can adjust the whole drawing, and yeah, voila, I have the thing. I can still adjust it. Yeah, the ears, I think the line width here is a little bit more. I've grouped it so that I can edit it, and then I can get inside the group and get a very I can adjust the line weights itself. Yeah, so coming back inside the, going to draw his jaw. His jaw, his hairline. Sometimes you have to redraw. It's not like you can adjust every single stroke. It's necessary to adjust things here and there, because that's the process. But yeah, it's very helpful in general. Okay, this is good. Let's see how I did it. Sometimes what you can do, you can let the color go outside, and later in the process, I'll show it right now. If I do it this one bitmap, I can delete the whole thing and I get everything inside the drawing line. So it's a very cool technique to use, having the object mode drawings, making it bitmap and editing it. It's a very helpful and useful and blah 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 technique. I think should be something like this. Adjustments are going to be there, because you should always flip the things to recheck if things are going in a proper direction. I'm not doing it right now, but you should do it. I'm going to make the adjustment like this. So that. Now, see the magic. Made it bitmap, Ctrl Z. I don't want this to get bitmapped. I just want these lines to get bitmapped. Why is this one being selected anyway? I bitmap them. Bitmap them. Bitmap them. Bitmap them. Select. Now out, then I can select and delete and select and I think it's going inside from here. I have to close the gap by manually doing this. Select and delete, select and here must be some gap. Select and delete, select and delete. So you have to come up with these kind of tricks to get the output done quickly. It helps guys, it helps, it really does. So this is the head. I can flip it, I can see the changes that I should make. I think I hate the eyes. I can change the eyes. I'm just quickly going to paint over the skin color over the eyes because it's more efficient to do this. I painted over the eyes. I made the nose a little bit smaller and I'm going to group it all. So this is the patch I have done. D for getting a white color. I've pressed D on my keyboard and now I got these eyes. Can color them. Maybe the eyeballs can go out of the head for like cool design. It looks good. I like doing that often. It's wide open eyes and it gives crazy expression. Oh, I flipped the whole thing. I can flip it again back to where we were. Now I'm gonna give it very small eyelid. No, this eyeball is so you have to take care of the overlappings. You have to remember how the overlappings are. This eyeball is back, so I can't draw the line like this. I have to draw because this eyeball is towards our side, so better. Got the head done. I think I'm going to do the hammer in his hand. Drawing very simple is very difficult. You have to have great experience of drawing very complicated hands. Then you can draw simple forms. Actually, there's one more trick. So now this thing is in group. Someone was there. Let's get the reference of Mjolnir. Fuck spelling. Okay. Get the reference. What if I put the hammer itself? No. I don't want to abuse the style. उठा रहा हूँ, एक सेकंड। क्या ब्रो, व्हाट्सअप,
समय
कैसे हो?
हाँ ठीक ठाक हूँ, तुम कैसे हो?
बढ़िया।
अभी क्या कर रहे हो, टीटू का काम क्या?
नहीं नहीं, मैं तो खुद का प्रोजेक्ट कर रहा हूँ एक।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा।
हाँ,
मैं क्या बोल रहा
बोलो।
हूँ, वो पार्किंग का पंगा का सीन 1 का तुम एफएलए मेरे को भेजोगे क्या? कुछ करेक्शन आया, डायरेक्टर करेक्शन।
अरे वाह, इंटरनली करवा रहे हैं।
हाँ अभी मतलब थोड़ा ये है, क्या बोलते हैं,
अर्जेंट है।
अर्जेंट है, अभी भेजने का उतना टाइम नहीं है।
नहीं ठीक है,
और
मतलब मेरे को पैसे मिलने चाहिए भाई, एट द एंड ऑफ द डे। बाकी ठीक है, तुम
नहीं
ले
नहीं,
लो
कुछ
फाइल।
चेंजेस नहीं है, मतलब थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर करना है, ठीक है। वो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है जो रीडू टाइप का है, जैसे डायरेक्टर करेक्शन नॉर्मली रहता है, लेकिन वो जल्दी से जल्दी फटाफट करना है।
पार्किंग पार्किंग रिकवरी सीन, एक सेकंड मैं चेक कर रहा हूँ, वो बराबर फाइल भेजता हूँ, चालू रहने देना।
हम्म।
आप क्या कर रहे हो, कुछ फ्रीलांस फ्रीलांस चल रहा है?
उतना टाइम नहीं है अभी, हम लोगों का हालत खराब हो जा रहा है, मेरा और नेट का।
नहीं नहीं, नैन से तो बात होते रहता है, ही टोल्ड मी दैट इज प्रेशर है, ये सब है।
अभी फ्रीलांस का उतना टाइम नहीं है, बस ये ऑफिस का ही काम करना है, थोड़ा सा रिलैक्स करना है और कुछ नहीं।
हाँ मतलब खुद को टाइम मिलता रहे, वो इम्पोर्टेंट है यार। ओके ओके ओके, टेक टू, उसमें है ना, देख लेना, टेक वन टेक टू मैंने एक ही फाइल में मैं बनाता हूँ, तो उसी के अंदर है। सीन्स आपको पता है ना, आप सीन्स
हाँ 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 हाँ।
शिफ्ट F2 दबा के सेकंड
हम्म।
नंबर के इसमें मेरा अपडेटेड वाला वहाँ पे रहेगा।
हम्म।
लगे तो फर्स्ट वाला डिलीट कर देना आपने।
ठीक है, सीन डिलीट कर देना है ना?
हाँ,
सीन
फर्स्ट
वन।
वाला सीन डिलीट कर देंगे तो फिर आउटपुट मारने में फिर वो सिर्फ एक ही सीन आएगा, नहीं तो पूरा ही आ जाता है।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, नहीं तो क्या है ना, पूरा आ जाता है।
हाँ, तो पहला डिलीट कर
ठीक
देना।
ठीक है ठीक है।
ओके, रंजन,
हाँ,
ठीक है, भेज दिया आपको, अपलोड हो
हाँ,
रहा है।
ओके ओके, थैंक्स।
हाँ, चलो बाय। ऐसा है बेटा। तो या where were we? Mjolnir. Why do I even care about copywriting free? I mean, at the end of the day, this is not going to get any problem for me. Claim आएगा, it's fine, I can bear the claim. वैसे भी इंडिया में CTR है, होता ही कितना है। तो probably I should play some music that excites me and make me feel good while working. Yeah, right? Right. क्या सुने लेकिन? क्या सुना जाए?
दुखी थोड़ा दुखी था सोता भी नहीं है चोटें भी नहीं अब साथ देख कोई नहीं मैं 4 दिन भूखी पर 5वें दिनों का बहुत ही दुखी था थोड़ा दुखी ले सूख गए आंसू तो रोता भी नहीं है छोड़ा ये कि मैं खो गया कहीं भटका कहीं मैं थोड़ा दुखी था थोड़ा दुखी था
हिप हॉप नहीं सुनना यार आज। पिंक फ्लॉयड लगा तो एकदम सीधा ही किया जाता है कॉपीराइट क्लेम 2 मिनट में। स्ट्रीप डाउन करने का बात नहीं जाना चाहिए, दैट्स ऑल। चलो यही सुन लेते हैं यार। एक काम कर सकता हूँ, इसके बैकग्राउंड के अंदर कोई कुछ तो बजा देता हूँ सो दैट वो आवाज़ ज़ोर से ना आए और ओवरलैप के वजह से कोई कॉपीराइट क्लेम ना आए। पॉज द सॉन्ग राइट हियर। Just like an angel, your skin makes me cry. Why about it? I'm a queen.
That is dedicated for evolution happens.
What the hell I'm
So,
doing?
how does the brain do this? The interesting way is just like I mentioned how evolution goes in this direction. Similarly, these three things also go in this direction.
Got it.
I think I'm living for that reaction of yours. Every
तो सबसे पहले एक मेट ढूंढने की जो चाह होती है वो पहले आता है evolutionarily.
correct. So this is called as sex drive.
Sex
Yeah.
drive.
Sex drive. That do you want? So now when we say, so we have given these words: sex, love, relationship. These are all just words. These are all just concepts that we have given. But the fundamental aspect is: do you want to be with someone or not? If that is not there, then nothing else will come. So the first thing that evolution did was make sure that at least everybody wants to have kids. After that got done, the next step came here in the brain stem. And this is where falling in love happens.
Selecting.
Selecting. Yes.
तो इसीलिए बहुत सारे एनिमल्स भी कर सकते हैं ये, ह्यूमंस तो करते ही हैं.
Yes.
Baseline of wanting to procreate exists in all animals. उसके बाद कैसे procreate करें ढूंढना ये सारे जानवर करते हैं. It's the third part.
Okay.
That
Yes.
humans सबसे ज़्यादा
Humans. Yeah, so that is this part where it is unnecessary. That's a fourth secret part that animals haven't reached yet. But that we'll get to later. But yeah, so the third part is socialization, rather family.
When you say family, we also talk about like community, like there are a lot of African tribes that exist as a family, like a community. Okay.
So that is an evolved form of family. So everything has a spectrum, but the primary concept of family is that if two people have a kid, are they going to raise that kid together? Right? So is there, and that evolves into a communal kind of family. So that is a completely different discussion. But right, so this is the way that evolution has made our interest in procreation at all. Now let's talk about how does the brain do this. And the first step to this, the sex drive part of this, happens over here, like in the sex organs. So that is, you have your basic hormones of testosterone and estrogen. So testosterone for men, estrogen and testosterone for women. These are the primary sex hormones. So this is what creates that fundamental backdrop. Okay, I think I'm ready to at least start looking for someone. So this is why when we are growing up, in children, there is nothing like this, because puberty happens at what, 10 to 20, 15. So before that, it's the sex hormones are still low, they're still building up. So there is no sex drive. But then as the hormones build up, this thing starts to click in. And this is true for all animals. Right? And once this is done, then we reach the interesting part, which is falling in love. And this is the part that we are all interested in. This is the part that we'll be talking about properly today. So it's the title of your...
So you're just saying that love happens somewhere here, but...
correct. So if you didn't have the top part, then love would happen here. But you have the top part, so it will happen this plus everything on top. So that is how evolution works.
Correct. So it's like from here onwards, like the nervous system has nothing to do with the reactions that love gives you, right?
No,
Other than the brain, yeah, but sorry.
No, so the nervous system has got everything to do with it. But it will be brainstem and above. So everything that has evolved from the brainstem and above will contribute to it. Yeah?
Okay.
Alright. So now let's talk about how we fall in love. So the how part of it is for me the most interesting, because when we enter a room and there are say 100 people, you don't fall in love with it. Right, okay. Most of us don't fall in love with it.
My heart is in my sleeve. I'm a magician of love.
Right. Okay. Do you want me to go back to the rat? Because I can do that. Basically what happens is that if this is you are constantly getting all sorts of impulses all around. So there are hundreds of people around you, and they're all sending you impulses. So the way they look, the way they sound, the way they walk, their gesture, their signaling, all these things come to you in the form of patterns. So different patterns, and your brain is continuously analyzing them, putting them into their respective boxes. This means this, this means this. Now, at some point, your sex drive is going up. So your hormones are going up. Now suddenly there is this whole other box that your brain has to put these patterns into. Does this pattern make this person a potential partner? Amazing. Right? And all of these things, so all your senses, sight, sound, smell, touch, hopefully not taste, but everything that, so suppose they cook for you, I mean, everything, all the impulses that we are sending across, they're all getting broken down into these patterns, and your brain is filing them into different categories.
Which is why smell is like such a big attraction factor for people, right? Pheromones.
Yes, brilliant. I'm glad you said that. So the reason smell is specifically important is because in the brain, called as thalamus, and the thalamus is kind of like a security guard.
Yeah.
Okay, and the security guard is standing at the door and saying, you can come in, you cannot, you stay out, you come in. So all the other senses have to go through the thalamus, except the smell.
Smell can sneak in, you're saying, right?
Smell can sneak in directly
Why?
But smell is irresistible.
because it is one of the earliest senses to evolve, and pheromones was a very early form of signaling.
Now all the DO ads suddenly make sense. All the DO ads.
So this is the evolutionary version of acid. This is basically that.
Yeah, that's the recovery.
So smell is unique in that sense. So it can directly hit you, so to speak. Right? Now what will happen? All these patterns are coming in. So there are thousands of patterns, millions of patterns. Somewhere one pattern will click. Now you may not be aware that it has clicked, or you may be aware, it doesn't matter. But once it clicks, there is one pattern that seems to fit with your perception of what is good. Now it is very subjective, but the higher up you go in evolution, the more subjective it becomes. The lower you go, the less subjective. It becomes very clear cut. There are more clear guidelines as to what is attractive to somebody and not. And in humans it becomes lesser and lesser clear. But somewhere it clicks, and this acts like a trigger, and it starts what you can think of as a chain reaction. So after this, it is all like it's like an atom bomb. It will just go on and on and on. Okay. So when we think of falling in love, we think of it as a binary, like, oh, are you in love or not? But it's sort of not like that. So this click happened here. The sensation of love will happen somewhere here.
That's equal.
This is I feel like I'm undergoing a therapy session also. Yeah, I'm not sure.
What's terrible in this is, now that you said falling in love is one click, and that's a trigger that starts an entire chain reaction. So you can never know. It's like coronavirus, because one is infected later, but the effects on that plastic curve, it is the form.
And then you go on ventilator.
So if you socially distance here, you can flatten it. But yeah, this metaphor can see out further. Alright, so this is roughly what happens. A lot of hormones. Okay? So the fundamental hormones I already told you. You have testosterone and so this is what led to the backdrop against which all of this is happening. And then you recognize the pattern, there is a click, and as soon as there is a click, just think of what that click represents. Your brain has successfully identified a pattern that it thinks is a potential unmake. The consequences of that are huge. That will end up with some family, whatever. So, for your attention, that is a very important thing to get done. So, how do you think your brain will evolve?
अगर मैंने एक खूबसूरत लड़की को देखा उसके इसलिए इंस्टाग्राम पे मैं ओके एक मिनट चुप कर इसलिए इंस्टाग्राम पे मैं मॉडल्स इंस्टाग्राम प्रोफाइल इज addictive because every time you see a picture it's releasing little dopamine in my head.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, just to clear it, anything that turns you on.
Not turns you
Yeah.
on, yeah.
No,
Sort of.
it is. It is sort of because what features you find attractive is very subjective.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that for certain may consider the society telling you this is attractive and you believing it, or you figuring out by yourself that this is something I like. But everybody does that. Every single human being or every single animal comes up with some sort of pattern that they think is attractive, and then when they see that, they will get angry. That is how you know. That is how the that bell rings. That oh, pay attention to this. This might be important.
I have a question in
Yeah.
this. So the problem is that it starts from the click. Is there any kind of pattern that we can see that this click is going to happen? Basically, I don't like another person. I'm not liking me back. So how do you remove the click, or is that a subconscious thing? Like you
It
cannot.
is very subconscious. I mean, just like all talks of consciousness, you can, if you are paying a lot of attention, theoretically, you could become aware, you know, but usually these things happen, and by the time you are aware, it's already like here.
Yeah. Like the red flags. You notice the red flags
Correct.
later.
So, like, okay, you'll get it when I talk about what happens in this part. Your dopamine has clicked, but dopamine is just one click. So now what will happen? First initial click of dopamine we think of as like a dull we're on to something.
Okay.
What will happen? You have identified a pattern and you got a reward. Now because you got a reward, you're like, are there more patterns in this one so that I can do? So you will look for more patterns. And then you will get a more reward. And every time you get a reward, you are sure that there will be more. I'm sure there will be more.
It's like you're feeding into your own confirmation bias because
Exactly.
your brain is looking for more
You're looking for
patterns
it.
you like. More
And the more you find, the more convinced you are that there is going to be more. There is going to be more. You know, yeah, but if not,
when you are wearing rose tinted glasses, you don't see the red flags. So in this moment of this pattern recognition, like your brain has put on, your thalamus has put on rose tinted glasses.
but yeah. Yes.
There's confirmation bias going on.
Yes.
Usually people tend to
Placebo,
go from
right?
1 to 100 very quickly. Like, oh, you meet someone and this is the one.
It feeds into itself.
So
Yes.
उससे में this is the one. यही तो है मेरा. Yeah, understood.
Multiple clicks.
Multiple clicks, like clicks leading into clicks, and it's like an exponential growth.
But that's like an evolutionary thing that is required to find someone. This is just how we find love. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think all of us are looking into our past, and I'm like, that's maybe that process still there. It's the process to get till someone.
Yeah.
Amongst many
So
someone.
we are still talking about it in a very basic sense. Okay, so like I'll tell you how it's different in human beings, but first we should understand what is similarity to it. Right? So then it makes sense. And we are going to go by evolution. We are going to go from below upwards. So now we have reached till here, and what Tanmay just said, 0 to 100, and you spiral up. And each thing you find, the next thing becomes better. So two things happen in
So
this.
tired and
One is,
happy.
as your dopamine kickback increases, your brain thinks that, you know what, I should not pay too much attention to other things because I'm getting all the dopamine from this. So initially, if you were looking at this level of feel, after this you are suddenly looking for more. So your attention
some
and locus coeruleus come very close by together.
what do we call it?
So this
Do not do drugs,
is
kind
where
of,
all of this is happening.
kind of.
And when your dopamine is getting increased, the brainstem, specifically a part called midbrain, but the brainstem is a very and once the dopamine goes higher and higher, your norepinephrine kicks in, and norepinephrine is think of it as a so now all your attention is focused on that one. And this leads to even bigger rewards because now you can focus on even more patterns and you're getting even more patterns and greater rewards. And this will again lead to greater attention. And that also spirals. Wow. I think everybody is looking back at their life decisions.
Sorry, were you still talking? I was just really doing the thing. It's like every time the discovery phase of that's such a rush. Like, you can't change, the different way of words is go back. Spend time with the
When your best behavior, trying to impress the other person, giving you 100% and just
Yes. And one more thing that happens is that as you get a reward and you spot another pattern, how much reward do you get? So pattern recognition has a value. So not every pattern you recognize will give you the same amount of pleasure. So there is another hormone called as serotonin.
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm oversimplifying this, but serotonin will now join in with dopamine and norepinephrine. They will join the party, so to speak. So serotonin also comes from here. So they're all like, childhood buddies. And serotonin comes in. Not call it any, call it any.
Nor any epinephrine.
Norepinephrine.
Where is oxytocin?
I'll come to that.
आएगा भाई वो ढक के
Oxytocin is the grand final entry in this talk. Okay. So what serotonin does is, serotonin helps with this whole thing of how much reward should you get. So what is the value of a pattern that is recognized? And as this spiral goes deeper and deeper, the value goes on increasing. So every pattern you find, there is a bigger value to it. So this is why when you first see somebody, all the things they do will seem very normal. But as you get a crush, and as you start thinking about it, as you start to spiral, suddenly all the things that were normal about them suddenly becomes
Dopamine releasing, serotonin releasing.
yes. So everything becomes attractive, everything becomes cute, everything, all the small things they do become like, oh, so cute.
So flirting is flirting is what is flirting? Flirting is you positioning yourself as a potential lead. It is you putting yourself forward, saying, "Hey, मैं एक mate हो सकता हूँ." Right? Which is why sometimes when you flirt, someone didn't find you attractive, but the second you position yourself as, "Hey, the person's brain is like, oh, this is a potential mate,"
Yeah. Sort of. So you can think of it as
it starts with flirting.
so flirting basically means your exchanging pattern. So flirting is the human version of the peacock spreading wings. Correct. So flirting basically means you are showing your cards, they are showing their cards one by one. And I addicted to gambling and you just give them, say, $100, they won't get the same kick as they would if they earn it while gambling. Because it's not about the $100, it's about the gamble. Correct. So this part is very, very important in addictive behavior, in gambling behavior, and unfortunately in love.
God, I just got 3 new cards.
Fortunately.
Unfortunately. Yeah, if it works out, fortunately.
Sorry? Me? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put this up. So, what happens is basically risk-benefit analysis. Like in a very primitive way, risk-benefit analysis. I want to invest my time, but this is so that is going to be
When it all comes to an end, but the world
as this spiral goes higher and higher, as your dopamine goes up, as the serotonin goes up, what happens is that this risk-benefit analysis starts getting a little screwed up, and you start overestimating the benefit and underestimating the risk. So initially, you are thinking
The ghosts of all the people who've come and gone. Memories, they seem to show up so quick, but they leave you far too soon. Naive, I was just staring at the barrel of a gun, and I do yeah, but I've got hopes. It takes me back to when we started. Let it go out and start again. Hopes. Oh, when it all comes to an end, the world keeps spinning.
So initially, you think you're winning games, so this is not yet winning games. I'm on a roll here. Will you carry me to my
When you say my mind is not exploding, the skull is very strong, and then the music like that, like, everything you said so far is like,
It takes me back to when we started out. When you let it go out and start again.
Is like one of those security guards that
This world keeps spinning.
नहीं नहीं also also one
The problem with ego is that it is not a like it's not a neuroanatomical term, so I can't pinpoint to a place taking this is where ego is. Exactly.
Kenny's ego comes here, correct? Tell me if I'm wrong. Like ego comes in the 4th stage. Right now we are at this.
Abhi, she just wants to map everything to the
Yeah, I know.
evolution of brain. ये आगे आता है पीछे आता है.
Dude, निशान जब पहली बार तूने ब्रेन बना हुआ देखा क्या सोचा था तूने?
मैं भेजा फ्राई
So what? Let's say just give gold stars.
one more pattern I just want
Yeah.
to ask.
Yeah.
The pattern where when all this happens, the beginning and the reward comes, and you start loving yourself more. You start, I don't know how to.
Valuing.
Yeah.
Valuing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this cycle, so that will come if you get that reward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you go for the prize and you win that prize, that will be a huge dopamine kick for yourself. Like well done.
Yeah.
Right? So that is why we are trying all of this. That is why the animal goes all in. Like it wants that prize, and that is also why because it is underestimating the risk. If there is something wrong in that person, other people may be able to see it, and not that person.
Oh, this is your friends telling you why. Oh.
Correct. Why is she with that guy? Like,
One more
this is why. Okay.
Where were you all this time?
Studying. I was in the library.
Siddharth, I don't know what happened after the stream, but you're becoming my friend. Okay? I'm betting everyone through you. I think all of us should use that to sing. Yeah, that's the new business venture.
I
Really,
think
no, I'll bet you
I
a
think link of this video should be on Tinder before you log in. You just put
We spoke about this last time, right? Like Tinder will have limbic, what do you call it? Limbic mapping.
Yes.
Flip mapping. Oh, yeah.
Limbic mapping. Yeah. It's going to happen. So, could be, yeah.
Match through patterns, match through memory, match through what in the professional scientific word we call kink.
Which profession are you in, Abhishek?
Well, the profession of love.
Alright, so, can we go on? Alright. Now, this is we have reached to the gamble. And if the gamble works, great. What if it doesn't work?
Fair enough.
If you, yeah. So you stake everything and it doesn't work. That other person, that other animal rejects your advance. Right? Now, what has happened is that all this dopamine, all this value, all this thing that you invested in that concept, now I'm telling myself that this is important for you, for your species, that whole thing is now at the risk of you risk losing it. And this becomes a personal threat. Okay? So this is like the evolutionary version of hope. This is the first time when that came about. I can't lose out on this. It's too good. It's too good for me. I don't want to lose out on
Yeah.
this. Okay? And you are aware of this threat. Even before it happens, even while you are flirting, even while you are, so to speak, falling in love, while your dopamine is going higher and higher and higher, part of that kick is knowing that you could lose everything. So it is one of those rare emotions where both your dopamine circuit, so your reward pathway is also acting up and your fear pathway is also acting up.
Oh my god.
Exactly like that. So this is where
Migdala! Hey, what's up, Migdala? He's back!
correct. Exactly like that. So the higher stakes you are, that all those feelings that you get of I'm going to lose everything, I'm going to lose everything. But what if I get everything? That side by side emotion is actually very unique. And the higher up you go, the more both these feelings exist. So now let's talk about what all does the mental art when you are threatened. So all those things that I first mentioned when I talked about panic attack. Because panic attack is essentially because of uncontrolled fear, like a spike of fear. All those things will come to you. Heart rate, blood pressure fluctuations, you feeling hot or cold, dry mouth, inability to focus, inability to concentrate, butterflies in the stomach, huge autonomic, so there is a part of the nervous system called as the autonomic nervous system. And this is the part of the nervous system that controls all this. How much food should you eat, all those things are controlled by your autonomic. So this thing goes into complete like a chaos. Like your carefully maintained autonomic nervous system suddenly got thrown out. And you get all those things that we get in a panic attack. Now, as your threat increases, you are now going away from the reward and going towards the threat. It's looking like you are going to lose that person. It now getting converted into punishment. So all that reward that you you get,
Sorry, 1 second. Sid,
yeah.
internet just completely died for the last 45 for the last minute. You'll have to repeat
Oh.
yourself.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 45 minutes and I
Yeah, same. I was like, that's the whole time.
For the last
Okay,
about
so-
45 seconds to
Okay.
minute. I'm just going to try and connect.
Oh yeah, sure, sure.
Everything's made to be broken.
I think we could all use a
Yeah.
I have so many questions, buddy.
Abhish, dude, like,
Yeah.
Now
You
I
are-
have your number, so
you're...
love equals corona is something I understood.
Oh my god.
Love equals OCD, panic attack, and addiction. You're
Alright.
saying the amygdala.
We are back. We are
the
back.
threat
We are
detector.
back. Everything is back. We can continue. I'm so sorry.
Everything is back. So
Yeah.
where should I pick up from?
About a minute before.
A minute before?
Yeah.
So did we get how the nucleus accumbens is where we gamble, and-
Yes.
right? So this part of the brain is where all the dopamine goes in, and we are gambling. Do we risk everything? Do we get everything? That kick that you get out of gambling is what happens in love. Risk benefit analysis. If you get your gamble correct, great, excellent reward. If you lose everything, there is a big threat. So your body will punish you for losing it, because that is how you learn, so to speak, evolutionarily. So to avoid that threat, you have a constant sense of fear. What if I lose it? What if I lose it? But at the same time, you're getting reward also. So you're getting both reward and punishment at the same time in love. Now, when fear increases, that is basically your amygdala getting more and more activated. Your autonomic nervous system kicks in. Heart rate is rising. Your mouth is getting dry. You have butterflies in your stomach. All those things happen in your autonomic nervous system. And suppose the threat increases, you feel like you are going to lose them, you can develop anger, aggression, and this is manifested as jealousy. So you do whatever you can to stop them from leaving. Correct? And so if somebody else is trying to come and take your partner, then you have a lot of aggression towards that other person. Because that is how you stop them. I guess. Okay, there is a story here. Okay, we'll talk after this.
No. Sorry now. What? Can't leave me hanging.
Okay. I also mentioned, apart from panic attack, that it is like addiction. So what happens in addiction if you don't get your drug?
Restless.
Physiologically or physiologically?
No, just in behavior. Behavior. Excellent. Withdrawal. What else? Grief. Anger. Craving.
It's a very
Sure, I believe it. And finding chance of relapse.
AKA
So all those
Acting as the same person.
happen in love. So
what's happening during lockdown right now.
okay, you are obsessed with oxytocin. You're not at oxytocin yet.
Now this convo is just not it's just a short lady. Octopus is getting out of the vacuum.
Oxytocin is just getting ready. Alright. Suppose that you do miss out. It's not happening. It's gone. So now you are in a state of chronic threat or chronic anxiety. So it's gone, but that backdrop of fear, the backdrop of that amygdala activation is going on and on. That you lost what? So there are some research papers that actually called it life's greatest prize. Like finding that perfect partner, genetically speaking, is considered as life's greatest prize. Again, this is all in animals. I have to keep reminding you. Like humans add a lot of context to it, but evolutionarily speaking, life's greatest prize is chronic threat, anxiety, depression. And everything that we spoke about last time about depression will start applying here also. Because if you remember, I told you that chronic threat will have a lot of effects on the brain. That chronic threat could be anything. One of the causes could be this.
So it could, so these
Losing.
are 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 things could happen to you if you don't, if your love is not reciprocated. Sorry, 8 things.
Yeah, all
Things
those
could
things.
happen. Any one of these things. I mean, you could either relapse or you could go to depression.
Yeah,
Right? So, I mean, those are the broad 2 directions in which you go.
correct. Or of course, you could. There is also healthy dealing with it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, let's not get too pessimistic about it.
That's me, I'm
I mean,
stumbling
we are capable.
away.
So this is all the things
Slowly
that can go
learning
wrong.
that life is
Now,
okay.
just like in any
Say
risk
after
benefit,
me,
suppose you are able to
it's
give
no
context
better
to
to
it
be
and say
safe
that,
than
hey, I took a shot,
sorry.
it was worth it, didn't happen, move on.
Yeah.
That is the healthy way to do it. That is what most people actually do it. Maybe with help, without help, whatever. But some people may get stuck, and this is the evolutionary explanation for that. Right? And a part of this part is what leads to stalking. The idea of withdrawal, anger, craving, wanting to relapse. You keep going back, and ironically, stalking gives dopamine kick.
That's
So-
why you're addicted to refreshing their Instagram feed.
Yeah.
Ganesh, don't look so guilty.
Hey, I
And all things that you say,
Right?
like it.
is
Now,
it life or just
what
to
happens
play
is,
my
we've spoken a
worries
lot about that
away?
rat. That rat is tired.
You're all the
Feel bad for
things
the
I've
rat now.
got to
Yeah, I
remember.
know. We made him go through so much.
Shying
Next
away.
class, we need a happy ending for the rat. Okay?
I'll be
Yeah.
coming
I
for
know,
you
we're
anyway.
talking about animals, but it's
Yeah.
not so difficult to draw parallel to humans.
Oh, absolutely.
That our
It's not.
behavior, I have seen this behavior in very much in human beings also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The extremes
So,
Much more human
the thing
of, I have
that
actually not seen this in cats.
But Ratatouille, yeah.
That's true. That's true. Even I haven't seen it in rats. I've just read about it.
Poor rat. What if rats have like this blessed life in dumb life and
Yeah. So there is this book called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, yeah.
And in that, apparently rats are the most intelligent creatures on Earth, and we are all being experimented on by rats. So we shouldn't talk too much about rats. But
Sorry,
in
rat.
humans, yeah. So in humans, what happens? Important thing to remember in evolution: whatever comes doesn't really go; it just gets added on top of and modified. Because, like I said, too much effort has been put.
a sad song and make
hormones
it better.
in animals, the sex hormones, the
Remember
testosterone,
to
estrogen,
let
that is there
it
in humans
into
also to
your
have the same effect.
Then you
Your
can start
brainstem, your
to
norepinephrine,
make it
your dopamine, your serotonin.
Hey,
All those things will be there having same
don't
effect.
be afraid.
Nucleus accumbens,
Never
reward,
let you
gambling.
go
Same effect. Nothing's changed. The only thing is that in human beings, we now have a developing, like we are still evolving. This is what I really want to stress. We are not evolved. It's still a process. We are in the middle of it. We're still talking about it. It's still happening. And we're still closer to animals than an evolved species. It's not like it's not very far. Like this distance is not very far. We're still here. Right? But for whatever it's worth, humans now have a prefrontal cortex. how your prefrontal cortex, so your motivation, your personality, what you want, what action you take, all of that can be either influenced by नीचे से ऊपर or ऊपर से नीचे. So if your prefrontal cortex isn't telling your limbic system what to do, your limbic system is perfectly happy telling you what to do. The point is कि decision होना चाहिए. तू बना या मैं बना. Correct? This is when human beings start sort of diverging away from animals. Because now we get to have a choice. And this is very, very, very important because this is where everything matters. Because there is a temptation to just say that this is just, hey, this is just part of who we are. It's okay. ये सब hormones है, होता है. Men will be men. It is not like that because we are humans. If we were talking about animals, great, go on. But because we are humans and because we have a prefrontal cortex which is shaped.
Yes. क्या बोला?
नीचे दुकान के सामने आ जाओ.
कौन सा दुकान? वो शॉप? हाँ, मेरे को 5 मिनट लगेगा.
हाँ,
हाँ, 5 मिनट.
ठीक है.
I got guns in my head and they won't go. Spirits in my head and